Google just got embarrassed on its own benchmark and then came back and embarrassed everyone else on price. That's the story of the biggest AI showdown of 2025. We're talking Gemini 2.5 Pro versus OpenAI's O3. Two of the most powerful AI models ever built. Going head to head across coding, math, reasoning, and real-world tasks. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one wins and which one you should actually be using. Let's get into it. So first, some quick context. Google DeepMind released Gemini 2.5 Pro earlier this year, their flagship thinking model built for complex reasoning tasks. OpenAI fired back with O3, the most powerful model in their reasoning series. Both companies are claiming top of the leaderboard. Both companies cannot both be right. So let's look at the actual numbers. Starting with the one category developers care about most, coding. On SWE-bench verified, the gold standard for real software engineering tasks, O3 scores 69.1%. Gemini 2.5 Pro hits 63.8%. That's a 5.5-point gap, and in the AI world, that is not nothing. On the AIME Polyglot benchmark, which tests coding across multiple programming languages, O3 goes even further, scoring 79.6% to Gemini's 72.9%. That's nearly a 7-point gap. So on pure coding benchmarks, O3 wins. Clearly. But here's where it gets interesting. Developers who actually build real projects with both models tell a different story. Gemini 2.5 Pro's 1 million token context window, that's 5 times bigger than O3's 200,000 tokens, makes it dramatically better at working with large codebases. When you're iterating on a 10,000 line project, Gemini can see the whole thing. O3 has to work with chunks. In practice, for real-world coding tasks on large repos, many developers are calling Gemini 2.5 Pro the winner. Now let's talk math and reasoning, where things get really tight. On AIME 2025, the hardest high school math competition in the US, O3 scores 88.9%. Gemini 2.5 Pro scores 86.7%. 2 points. That's basically a tie when you factor in measurement noise. On GPQA Diamond, that's graduate-level science questions in physics, chemistry, and biology, both models score exactly 84%. Dead. Tied. On humanities last exam, a benchmark so hard that most AI models score in the single digits, O3 scores 20.3%, making it the top performer. Gemini is right behind but trails here. So on pure reasoning and math, O3 has a slight edge. But again, slight. Now let's talk about something the benchmarks don't capture: multimodal performance and real-world usability. Gemini 2.5 Pro is natively multimodal. It handles text, images, audio, and video. O3 handles text and images but does not natively process video or audio. For everyday users who want an AI assistant that can analyze a YouTube video, transcribe audio, or describe what's happening in a clip, Gemini is in a completely different league. On MMMU, the multimodal university benchmark, Gemini 2.5 Pro scores 81.7% pass at 1. O3 scores 82.9. Again, basically tied. But Gemini's native video processing gives it a practical edge that no benchmark fully captures. And then there's LM Arena, where real humans rate AI responses. Gemini 2.5 Pro doesn't just win. It tops the leaderboard by 40 points. 40 points. That's not a close race. That's a blowout in human preference evals. People actually like talking to Gemini 2.5 Pro more. Now here's the biggest factor that changes everything for developers: cost. O3 is expensive. Really expensive. Gemini 2.5 Pro costs approximately 1/10 of what O3 costs for the same workload. A typical application processing 10 million tokens per month would save $87,000 per year by choosing Gemini over O3. That is not a small number. That is a startup's entire infrastructure budget. So which model do you actually build on? If you're building a production API with high volume, Gemini 2.5 Pro. Not even close. The cost savings are insane. If you're doing a specialized coding task on a small code base and you need peak benchmark performance, O3 might be worth it. If you need video or audio understanding, Gemini, full stop. If you need massive context windows for legal documents, entire codebases, or research papers, Gemini 2.5 Pro's 1 million tokens beats O3's 200,000 every single time. So who actually won the AI arms race? Here's my take. On raw benchmarks, o3 is the better model, but only barely, and only in narrow categories. In the real world, Gemini 2.5 Pro wins. It wins on context. It wins on multimodal capability. It wins on human preference. And it absolutely obliterates o3 on cost efficiency. OpenAI built a Ferrari. Google built a Ferrari that also costs 10 times less to fill up, fits twice as many passengers, and drives itself on the highway. For most people, most developers, and most companies, Gemini 2.5 Pro is the smarter choice in 2025. OpenAI better come up with something big for o4. Because right now, Google is winning the war even if o3 wins a few battles. If this breakdown helped you understand the AI landscape better, smash that subscribe button. We cover these comparisons every week so you never fall behind. And I want to know what you think in the comments. Are you Team Gemini or Team OpenAI, and which model are you actually using right now? Drop it below, I read every single comment. See you in the next one.